Okay, so got to do this today, and I was talking about B tier and A tier stuff, typing that means and raising that. I do the same thing with my receivers. Tyreek Hill needs a breather from running down the field, so Robert Woods comes in, so does Moss. Technically, I should lead with Brandon Cooks and put Brandon Cooks with Woods because they're both with the Rams, which gives more strength to Ram blockers or Ram tackling people like Donald in there, because even without the stadium stuff, there's 6 of them or something like that. And let's upgrade and go to chemistry. And then on team, Los Angeles Rams 06, 6 over 50. And tier active 1, 5 of them get +1 strength. Oh! Which allows Donald to pick up people in power move in there in bull rush. In that means, because I believe the power is more not a finesse but a power move with their strength, and 6'1" to 93 strength to 94 power move, and if he's got bull rush, the blocks, that thing like with the horns and ramming it, then that's a power move because you're not trying to get out of the way and be agile. You're trying to be like scrum agile or something like that. You're trying to be direct without having Rogue One backup plans. Oh, like running through a brick wall type thing at me. Ew. That's brute strength, and he's got 93 strength. That means a 94 finesse. So a lot of things going on. Randall, I might get a free page. A lot of people, I think, from the Journey Crossroads got a free page from their Journey Crossroad, Journey Joyride full Legends pack. And I wouldn't mind partaking in that, thinking that means, because then I can make Page my lead defensive tackle, John Randall, and have 2 Viking defensive ends in there. In that, Page won 3 MVPs as a defense player, joining Lawrence Taylor. Thinking that means as a person who's won 3 most valuable player awards. So, I want to get him in there. I'm not really a finesse team. I've always been kind of a left chakra person in here. My quarterback is left-handed, typically that means in Vic. Oh, and the right-handed one is probably finesse. I think it's more Daily Double, Final Answer, and Millionaire with Regis is always going to be finesse, and speed, something in that sense. But if you're not a great finesse person, if you've gotten some tier B action out of that type thing, that means you're like, we're just B-rated movies, then in there, then you probably need to switch the power type thing. That means, well, at least that's what I'm doing type thing. That means Khalil Mack, my Khalil Mack doesn't have a lot of finesse. He's got 84 finesse, but he's got 93 power move with 86 strength and 86 speed and 94 shed. So not Bosa, because Bosa's got above 91 finesse. I guess you can get up to 87 finesse if you put like the power move, whatever that pass rush one is, pass rush shield on him. But I've got run stuff, blue shield on him, type thing that means. 87 would be better, type thing that means, but I still think we perform better with power. And in that means, and it doesn't always get through as much as finesse, but it's dangerous when a bunch of them get together to think with strength and power, because they will toss a line. You just literally, they're just, I don't know, screaming, but like, I don't usually have a lot of problems with the run, because they've got to be tossed to get out of there, and they don't really usually have the strength to push those guys. Oh, they've got Sue in there, and Dominic Sue, and I've got Aaron Donald, Deacons can come in kind of if I need some more help on the inside. He's got 96 strength, or 95 power move, and 96 shed, and 6'5". These guys don't really get tossed a lot when you need to create A gap, B gap, C gap run plays. They use the linebackers to do chase downs if they do toss plays, and that means because Lawrence Taylor's had on the outside with 91 speed. You know, if I need more speed in there, I can add Shazier with 91 speed, 97 hit power to do that means. Or add Ray Lewis, who's up finally to 88 speed, in there, 99 hit power, 99 tackle, 98 shed, 93 strength. So, you know, we let these guys control the trenches in there, and then let those other guys B tier swim around and take care of tosses. Lawrence Taylor will just absolutely lay out somebody if he sees him on a toss play. Yep. 99 shed, 96 tackle, 94 strength, 91 speed. And I still haven't added sprinter to him yet. So, I usually like him on the edge, but sometimes I feel like there's kind of like a drain in the sink on that, like a drain the swamp thing on there, where they get sucked up into it to things. So then you kind of need the line, defensive line to get sucked up, and the linebackers respond after the suck up to thing that mean. Oh. So those guys are usually always going to be free, more compared to the ends or defensive tackles, to think in that sense. Yep. Mm-hmm. And if I get Taylor on the end, he'll get sucked up in some block thing and won't get a disengage as much as he was not being picked up on block on the outside as an outside linebacker instead of a in, and that means an LB instead of an E. Yep. Oh. Yep. Same with Kevin Green. Those guys really control edge things like in a 3-4 defense. Because in a 3-4 defense, two interior linebackers, Shazier and Ray Lewis, and then you get the outside linebacker stick with Lawrence Taylor, and Kevin Green is the outside, unless I want to put Shazier on the outside for chemistry things. Being denied, but more speed, and that'd be 91 speed, dual outside, like in a pinch 3-4 or something like that, or pinch fire dog or something of that nature. And he would come off the right end compared to the right outside linebacker, which he would come a little bit bump further away, but a little bit less of a designator too, to thing without outside the left guard, left tackle. Ooh, which the right end would have to engage to think in that sense. He'd sweep around. Or sweep the leg to sweep. Anyway, for other people trying to build more circuit things that were part of previous patch, things that weren't addressed, then were recently been addressed, like the 3-3-5 nickel contained loop blitz. You would have used Taylor on the end or on the linebacker looping around to get me. And it's got 3 down linemen, like a 3-4, which has got 3 down linemen. That's right. Oh! Yep. 3-3-5, 3-3-4-4. In that designated, bop, 3-3s. Here we go. Oh! It's very similar. So, in there, except for a nickel back, has been added, nickel corner, CB3. But that's football. And so, that's good. Very good. Alright, the rest of these I'm not going to record individually because there's just going to be just a lot of either resets or things going on. Skipping that for today, skipping that, and I'm going to get Journey Crossroads done. 173 minus 113. So, I'm not sure. I think some of these are full game at the end, so today's probably going to be not the greatest. Eagles traded for her defense with the end. Traded for defensive end Michael Bennett to add to their strong defensive front that helped carry them to the Super Bowl last season. Defeat the Eagles to complete this challenge. But I'm kind of stoked. If we get a free Allen Page, I'll add him to my 76 power up, and then those guys control the middle. They'll probably be mostly finesse, but Pedro has like 85 speed, 84 speed base, and I've got tier Series 3 Madden. So he'll get a +1 in speed from the physical slot at Madden. And then I'll probably put Sprinter on him. And that'll put him up to 86, 87 speed up in the middle. While keeping 86 speed Khalil Mack and keeping 82, 83 speed Aaron Donald off the ends. And then the linebackers, Lawrence Taylor and Shazier and Green and Ray Lewis. But since they're not finesse, they've got run and hit power, or tackle and hit power, so and block shed. So most of them are 91, 94 shed, with 93 to 99 tackle. It's just that we're probably better at the run than we are the pass. Unless they get down, then they start separating things out, which gives more advantage to Mac and Taylor and Shazier and people like that to kind of wheel through or come through. Mac's in my 3-3-5, and they treat him as a down 3, so it's really like a 4-2-5 robber. It's really complicated to explain in there. So there's Donald, Randall, Jones, which will be Page, if I get one, and there's Mac. Seeing how he's leaned down on the line, forcing those early throws. And since all those guys are 94, 95 hit power in that range, Ray Lewis is at 99 hit power, 93 strength, then getting a one-on-one against him, and Amos and Sean Taylor with their 93 hit powers. Amos is moving at 94 speed, coming straight down on people, and Taylor's at 89. But Patrick Peterson calls that fumble. So getting outside the box and a quick throw on me is usually, versus the computer, is usually not a good idea if they get teed off on, in that sense, because they might come to a standstill in that, and then they're turning to make that catch, and then whack, just like that, or Deacon Jones, or Tatum, or somebody in that type of nature. But I don't have Tatum on my team. I'm just saying Tatum because of the type of hit that would be anticipated to them if you come to too much of a standstill in there. So he was down, but that's okay. It's kind of our makeup back in the pass coverage since we're not using finesse. Alright, back on defense. Secure tackling, Shazier.
I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. So it's Eagle football.
But there's like 60 of these, so I won't make like 60 videos to them, like in my resets, or I'll make a video once I get to the end of this one, because Journey is unlike the out of position challenges, which I should stream or something. It's more direct revenue to think what that means. But as far as putting an anthology up, which I guess is not needed to your experience, like you had an experience, I think it means, but that's what's up there. We've got the lead. We're up a field goal with a minute 53 left. That's pound the rock. Especially since I've got 60 of these, no real reason to do anything else. 94 speed on in-net. Probably not the most elusive techniques, but 94 speed, 96 break tackle. I think he hits the spin elusive threshold. I'm not sure if he's 99 elusive like Barry Sanders, but he might be like 91, 92 elusive, or 89 elusive or something like that. 89 elusive at 94 speed before a sprint or two. That's okay. With 96 break tackle, that works. And we still got Ricky and Ricky Williams, and we still got Zeke in there as well. Since these are fourth quarter, third quarters, I'm gonna probably use Gurley because he's kind of more the feature of the 6 Rams on my team, rather than using Ricky directly in the fourth to think that sense like I said I was going to. But I still want Gurley to get some face time to do that. That means even though it's the fourth quarter in there. And then, like solo battles, like the first quarters, I'll probably end up using Gurley. That means he's good. But he's free, you know. But he's a little bit different. It's stamina type thing. That means. You turn to Gurley for the help with the stamina. Snaring wins. But it's good that we got the set.
And now it's third down. He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone. Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Carter's number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Got to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Here's Wentz to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Aaron Donald in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz to the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch. Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with the pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Can't.
He's now thrown in this game. And I know this, the holiday season. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. And here now the offense heading back out there. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead, really, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles? It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game. I want a double reverse, don't you? I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation. We'll see what happens here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there? You're asking the question as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball caught free.
But normally Ricky and Zeke would take over now. Type thing. Then if Ricky picks up like 2 or 3 move the chain first downs, then he might be a little bit winded from hitting those shed blocks type thing and tackle attempts. So then I put in Zeke. But in video game sense, you never do type thing that means. If they can stand, you still send them. But that's like stamina fumbles and things like that. 10 carries, 20 carries in a row type thing. That means it's a video game. I'm gonna lay down the circuit and just keep doing it. That's usually about depending on how many chains they move, or if I feel like they just had a 41, they put their hands. They put their hands on their knee to. Oh man. They put their hands on their knee and are like, alright, I'm good. Yeah, that's 40. I picked up 2 first downs, and that 40 went, oh man, 60, 70 yards. You're in the red zone. It switched to Zeke for a couple downs, 10's first and second down. Then third down, maybe go back to, Wham and Ricky or something of that nature. Yep. Because he's got his wind back, too. That means fresh legs again, in that sense. Pounds way at him. And since Ricky really didn't run the first or second quarter, because it was kind of Zeke, but it was more or less also, what's his name? It was Packers drafted cornerback Jair Alexander in the first round to help bolster the secondary, defeat the Packers to complete this challenge. It was also Todd Gurley the second, another rush champion, 1,700 combined yards or something like that. In the first quarter, and then it's like Gurley and Zeke, and then it's Ricky and Zeke. So I mean, that means in the third, fourth quarter, in that sense. So as the game goes on, defense getting tired. Now it's 3 quarters since anybody's seen Ricky carry. That means with fresh legs from the first, second, third quarter straight into the fourth. We bring the wrecking ball too.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is.
But with these fourth quarter things, you really don't get to see the wrecking ball, because I still want Gurley to be there as if it was the first quarter, and he's the main carrier for our team. And so, along with Deacon Jones and Donald being Rams and Dominic Sue being a Ram, things like that in nature, Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks. I still want him to kind of be in the face of it. So compared to the direct free one type thing, like the global sequential free Ricky Williams, the only one that makes absolute direct sense. What that means. But that's my, like here, we're in the fourth, we've got 3 minutes in there. You can sit there and exchange defense things and things like that. Or I can try to pick up this, take 2.5 off the clock with Gurley, take the lead, and hold them off and some limited stuff. I gotta check this elusive. Can I see it in here? I think I can. See depth chart, and halfback, and Gurley's 94 speed, agility 95, truck at 89, and break tackle at 96, and elusive at 94. And Ricky's got 92 elusive, and so yep, 88 on Zeke, and 82 truck, 95 break tackle, and 92 awareness, and 92 acceleration, 95 agility, 94 speed. My blitz guys are both the same speed, almost the same break tackle, 96, 95 too. And blitz Todd Gurley second, and blitz Ezekiel Elliott. So we're in the third, fourth. That was a big game. I'm going to go ahead and I'll just put in Elliott. There's a lot of snapple down defenses, usually from that A-gap center pressure type thing where people middle linebacker using. So you're basically just running away from it like Rams finesse in there by running to the C-gap sideline type thing that you use. Which I think is why you're trying to get away from those weekend league middle linebackers. So we're going to toss in the middle to the middle linebacker to the middle linebacker strafing. Oh, by tossing away from them. It's forcing them to wriggle, wrestling, burn energy, running side to side if they don't have the proper defense call to handle that side to side action type thing that means. Jutland T crosses or something. Oh, see, now he's coming to that side. He just brought a safety down right there. So I'm gonna go to the opposite side. He's gonna take that guy on, and I can be here. And pick up first. So it's
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
which is what a lot of people do. I guess in defense, I'm not sure what they do in defense against toss. Either they user it, or they might like what's that Mike Edge thing? Those Mike threes, those pinch zeros. If they're not coming down strafing too hard towards the quarterback, I guess they can bounce out a little bit and hit the toss running back. Typically, that means a solution. It's just depending on the play. Graham, not better route runner than Olsen, and I've got Kittle at 92 speed, but we're like in the red zone, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to high point. It's a 99 spectacular catch, 6'7", Jimmy Graham. He is kind of a route to run the 20 yards in there, I think. We're close enough. You would be 6'7", go to the back of the end zone. We'll use Kittle to close in there. Kittle's 6'5". Not sure if he's got 99 spectacular catch. I guess on a San Francisco theme team he does. He's got 92 speed in there, but Graham being a natural jumper in the red zone, and with 99 spectacular catch at 6'7", you know, I guess I could use my general routes working up the field in that means, but some verticals actually do have a tight end in there, and that would be a time to use like a 92 speed Kittle, I guess. But they also have a 97 speed Tyreek Hill. Before sprinter ×2 on there, just like Kittle, to make Tyreek Hill go to 99 speed in vertical. I think that makes sense. There's like a lot of things that could go wrong with it, so I can see that not being a thing. It's like their Damashek what if in the NFL thing in that sense. Oh!
Now a desperation throw deep. He's got it and got it well across midfield down to the 40.
That hurt. Yeah, that really hurt. Not this time. That's secure tackling J.J. Watt. See what it is? Didn't immediately frame-wise go down, but still went down compared to that other one. Just like that.
It's the Wisconsin native and former Badger, J.J. Watt, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
I gotta use this. And it's my fault. It's my fault.
40 seconds
Do we win? Did we finally get there?
on second down, it's Jones.
And secure tackling into this.
The The all-pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. To throw is Rodgers. To the side. Wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of
And didn't get the block. Yeah. Okay, this is bad. Because I need to kick the field goal. That's what we're down to now.
Nothing easy about that one, and these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be the game winner.
Let's see, Fudge. Is there a vertical in here? Yep. And is Kittle in there? Yes.
Here's Vic. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Because it's 21-23, I'm guaranteed. Oh! Rodgers, passed through things. Anyway, Kittle's 92 speed, broke through there.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go.
I think that's the same play that you throw right near the white dot on that weekend league kick out that Skimbo throws, rather than at the top gold arrow thing. You throw it near the bottom instead of top. Typically that means picks up like 10 yards, you motion people and stuff like that.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This a long one in the elements here in the snow.
He's clutch kicking. They didn't have timeouts. Yep.
And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Yep. Go ahead and score that.
He's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play it overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, this quarter was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before
Colwood
the whistle.
kicked that one. The focus kicker. It's my other kicker.
Fun if you won.
And then Tucker.
Fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game.
I think he's my kickoff guy. Pretty sure he is. No. Still won that. Okay, so talk later. And Geno Atkins tore him down to sell for people building their Cincinnati Bengals team. Did that. And so Mean Joe Green. Mean Joe Green was very helpful to our team. So Mean Joe Green had some cash in there. Am doing that. And we do. I think I had 400,000 on me, and that was 450, so that's 950. And that means because I'm anticipating finishing the journey cross country and getting Alan Page for my defensive tackle. That would have Page and Randall in there. Randall, according to Craylow, Z Falls, Gibbs, they were there this morning, and they showed the new gauntlet, which included a new defensive tackle, Randall. So the Minnesota guys in defensive tackle, Page, Alan Page, who I think is defensive tackle, despite being played on the end. His card chemistry, I think, is DT. Oh, and same with Randall, who needs a power up, who's also DT on his card, player card as well, instead of RE or LE in that sense. So to apply his finesse, chemistry, blue shield type thing, he's got to be the anyway. Finishing that and Joyride does get you Gilmore, but gets you a free full Legends pack, which expires 12/14, which is tomorrow. In that sense. Because Series 3 progression will be exchanged by Series 4 progression. Oh, so that full Legend pack will disappear in that, so I've got to finish this today. Okay. So, bring those back to you in a bit.